As the lights come on now here in Azerbaijan, they go out. We wait for them to go out for the drivers before... Oh, it's a long hold here for all of these guys as we finally do get underway, and it does look like a poor start for Vexit indeed. That's Luca straight into the lead, and Dougie Falcons challenging as well. Vexit going to be falling down to third, but he's managed to hold off the Alfa Romeo of AJ, who's had a poor start, and Rainbow, who is challenging him now into turn 2, but doesn't want to stick his nose up the inside there. The Alfa's going side by side through turn 2. It's so hard to do, but they have managed to pull it off without any tears there between AJ and A2 UK. But A2 going to try and make his teammates opening lap even worse by taking him. Will just slot in behind in the end for turn 3. Kenners he's retired from the session. Don't know what happened to him. Maverick's all the way at the back as well, as we have a virtual safety car here for Kenners' retirement. AJ and A2 still within that 1 second mark, and comfortably within 1 second at the front is Dougie Falcons. This is going to be a bit of a wave by here for the race leaders. Luca cannot do anything to fight back right now. The back straight, or the front straight, sorry, is just too long. Through turn 6 and into turn 7 we go at Tim and Simoms once again. This is the third time they've been battling, and once again there's contact as the Renault, forced into the wall just a little bit there, will be forced to concede the position as he is struggling with that damage. Really high-speed section of the track. This is going to be at least 3 wide between these guys right now. Who is going to be the victor once we get to turn 1? As the two Alfa Romeos are battling up ahead. A2 UK's managed to get that position, but here it is, the 3 wide moment. It's Racebug on the inside. He has the best line for turn 1, and he does take it, but around the outside, sweeping past goes the AlphaTauri of Vallu, who holds on and now claims P8 away from Wheeze, who is struggling so much in that Renault, going side by side through turn 2 yet again. He'll have been having flashbacks there, but he kept it out of the wall this time around. Racebug trying to maintain the position ahead of the Renault driver, but just because he has front wing damage doesn't mean that Wheeze wants to concede the position, as he's still battling, but he has to back out of it in the end. He doesn't have enough downforce, and now Patrick Sipos needs to be able to try and navigate the Renault up ahead. Iceman as well.
Yeah, and Vexit got past Rainbow into turn 1. And don't forget, these two, they're both from Sidemax Motorsport. You can see the SMM in front of their names. I wonder if Luca will make this difficult or not. I don't think he will. Luca, will he pull over? Ooh. Yes, he does.
So now these guys, the battle between Vexit, Rainbow, A2 UK and AJ has been reignited by Luca, holding them up a little bit in this Haas on those medium tires with that front wing damage as well. I don't think he's going to be so kind in letting Rainbow by further back. Wheeze racing, there's all kinds of cars all over the track right now. It's Patrick around the outside, but they're 3 wide yet again. AJ's already into the pits in the Alpha, and who's it going to be taking the advantage here between Vallu and Patrick? Patrick trying to go around the outside. We expected this to be the battle for the lead. At the moment, it's just the battle for 8th, and it's Vallu who holds on to that position for now. So the cars ahead is a bit of a different matter, but he's still only losing about a second a lap or thereabouts. He'd lose a lot more. Safety car coming out, and I wonder why that is. I can't see any obvious incident.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Dougie, because Dougie's got fresher tyres than Sipos, and we have seen carnage in safety car restarts in Division 2, Division 1. Patrick has gone.
Patrick has absolutely pulled the trigger, and it seems to have caught Dougie out here. Of course, if you pull the trigger early, you run the risk of getting slipstreamed down into turn 1, but if you catch the car behind off guard, you should be okay, and that's exactly what has happened here. Vexit's not close enough to Dougie either, so Mr. Falcons will hold on to P2 for now. Rainbow in third seems to have, fourth, seems to have a pretty poor restart as well. Lucky and Calcifer are battling further back as Elon Tusk has had to go into the pits, so it gets even worse because, of course, he damaged his front wing in that incident. So even more pain for Elon. And AJ, who I mentioned struggling under the safety car as well, he's fallen down to the back of the order. Looks like he's been shuffled out wide through turn 2. I don't know if he locked up or whether it was in an incident, but now he's having to pull off some kind of 3-point turn here. Actually manages to spin it around pretty nicely there in the Alpha, but back going in P18.
I reckon he got tagged as here comes A2 in the other Alfa Romeo down the inside of Simoms. Oh, this is great.
Oh, no. Simoms clunking the inside curb. That forced him into A2 UK, bouncing across the road. He had no control of his car anymore, and that forced A2 into the wall. But A2 seems to have avoided any front wing damage there, as Vexit now has lost it. What's happened to the other McLaren? He's damaged his front wing in the castle section. Has he held up anyone else in doing so? It looks like everyone else was able to navigate past him. Racing Point driver, I still don't think that will dampen his spirits too much, as now Calcifer and A2 UK into turn 16 we go. It's such a tricky braking zone, and maybe even the switchback here from A2 UK. That is audacious to pull that switch back off there. That's incredible. I did not think I'd ever see that, as Calcifer gets pretty much pantsed through there. He'll have to fight back though, and he will have the slipstream on A2UK all the way up towards turn 1, so he might well be able to get his revenge on the Alfa Romeo driver.
A2 will have a DRS from Simmons, though, Jacob. This might be a little bit more difficult than Calcifer had initially expected as they make their way now down into T1.
None of them are going to have DRS because it's only just been enabled, and side by side they go here on the outside. It's A2 UK who once again shows the style here. Turn 2 side by side. This almost never goes well, but it's gone okay for both of those guys this time around. Calcifer really struggling to get past A2 UK, but might just have done it. Can the Alfa Romeo send a dive bomb down into turn 3, or will he think better of it? Indeed he does. Again, at the moment it really seems like it's Dougie Falcons who is in the best spot for a win at the moment, as Calcifer and Chegwin are going side by side. It is Calcifer all over the back of Chegwin, but Vallu all over the back of Rainbow for 3rd position. This time around it looks like he has got the move done in the AlphaTauri. Here comes Wheeze racing then on Simmons. Can he go around the outside of turn 3? Yes, he can, but not without almost making a contact with the wall once again. It was very close racing between those two. No damage picked up, and I think that was all of it just about fair. McLaren driver, as Simmons has no front wing on his car either. Sipos, what's happened to Sipos in the castle section? He's binned it. And now Dougie Falcon and Vallu, they're going to make contact with the rear of him as well. They need to try and get their way past. They need to be oh so careful here to get past Patrick Sipos, who's binned it from the race lead. Vallu gets a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Rainbow there. They're all just going to have to squeeze their way through as a full safety car comes out. Calcifer gets a 5-second time penalty. Iceman gets a 5-second time penalty. Ooh, that's Dougie already thinking about getting alongside Calcifer. They're both trying to get themselves a big run on Luppy and Wheeze, who have now pulled the trigger. And it looks like a poor run for Calcifer, who might well be going backwards instead of forwards. Wheeze thinks about the move into turn 1. He won't go for it. Dougie Falcons backs out as well. So Calcifer, the lucky boy, does hold on to 3rd for now. And this is when he can make his tire advantage work. Vallu's already making moves. He's passed Chegg Fried Rice. He tried to pass A2 UK as well, but that time he bit off more than he could chew. Elon Tusk has had an issue through turn 2, and he's fallen to the back of the order. But here comes Calcifer on the hard-tired Renault up ahead. Wheeze is able to battle back and hold on to the position for now. The switchback, the up and under now from Calcifer around the outside of 4. They'll bang wheels, but it will be Calcifer getting through. Contact between those two once again, but neither of them are going to be too unhappy with that, I don't think, as now Wheeze is battling with yet another Ferrari. This time it's Dougie Falcons, and on those hard tires, he cannot make it work. Luppy still out there in the lead for now, though, as Calcifer's in 2nd. Dougie getting past Wheeze that quickly is critical to his attempt to try and stick with Calcifer to the end of this race. Vallu and Iceman making some progress, but not as much as they would like, as Chegwin has fallen down into 8th, with Ruben just behind him. But all kinds of battling here on the safety car restart, and as you said, it's a sprint to the finish. Careful up in towards turn 1 here. A2 already trying to get past Wheeze. Here comes Vallu as well. Can he take A2? He tried to do it a couple of laps ago. Will he be as ambitious this time? No, but he will take the Renault around the outside. He's done that once this race. He's done it again, and this time to Wheeze. Calcifer's made it up into 1st as well, as Iceman also dispatches the Renault of Wheeze Racing over the back of them right now, as Calcifer unsurprisingly sets the fastest lap of the race on those softs in clean air. Dougie does make it past Luppy, but it's closer than he would have liked, as Vallu also up the inside of A2 UK, who struggles on the exit, and now Iceman with the better grip on those soft tires wants to make a fight of it here. He will not be able to do so through turn 2 though. A2 UK still in 5th, but only for now.
And Ruben still dropping down the order as well. Lucas dropping down the order as well. And that's an incident into turn 2 VSC. And I think he's collected Ruben's front wing as well. Iceman's got a 5-second time penalty for collision with A2 UK. I hope Iceman still has his front wing in check, because that 5-second time penalty can get removed at the end of the race.
I think he doesn't. He's missing his left end plate, unless I'm very much mistaken yet. The left end plate is missing these drivers, and he's going to look to try and get past both of them right now. Luppy might well dive into the pits with that drive-through penalty, and he does. Here comes Vallu onto the back of the Ferrari. Does he send it up the inside? No, he does not.
More racing point, all things considered.
For sure, yeah. Now Simmons sends it up the inside into turn 1. Oh, and that was never going to work in the end. He's hit the wall on the outside of turn 1, all locked up there, as here goes Chegwin and Iceman, these two veterans of Premier X battling side by side for P5. Chegwin looking to take the position away from Iceman, who's ailing in that Haas with the front wing damage that he has on those soft tires, which are starting to age just a little bit now as well. But he tries to fight back. Chegwin taking a very unorthodox route there through turn 6. He's probably going to have to cede that position to Iceman in the end, but a nice little battle between the two. No, Chegwin actually staying ahead for now. So I'd expect Calcifer flying the flag for the Grove outfit here as he comes up towards the line with 4.3 seconds in his pocket and wins the Azerbaijan Premier X Grand Prix.
Yeah, fantastic drive from Calcifer. Dougie will take P2 ahead of A2 and Vallu, who drops down from the penalties. But Maverick, he might jump ahead of a Czech Fried Rice here from time penalties. He'll take P5, but don't forget Iceman's time penalties will be removed, so we think that's a P6 for Maverick as Reese takes P7, AJ P8.